Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is our reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen Movie 0, official trailer 2, English sub. Yeah, so this is, from what I know, this is the prequel manga. It's not really a prequel because it came out before, if I'm understanding correctly, the actual Jujutsu manga. And it's about the cool guy that everyone kept talking about in season 1 of Jujutsu, but he didn't actually show up. We saw him in opening 2 the one time, and everyone kept hyping him up, and we know that he has ties to Geto, or like some relationship there in some way. Geto being the guy with the black hair who was working with Mahito. So, we're gonna see what this is about. I'm excited. We are gonna be watching this on our channel, probably. Even though we've had copyright trouble with Jujutsu in the past, it'll definitely be worth it, because I'm definitely excited for this. If people have been hyping this up this much. How are you feeling on this one?
I'm feeling excited. Jujutsu is one of the newer shows that I genuinely enjoy. It's sad, but like it's like kind of brutal sometimes, but it's still fun, and they still capture the fun spirit of everything. And I'm excited to see what they do with the movie, because the show was already super high quality, and I can only imagine that the movie could be even better. So yeah. Indeed.
Let's get into it. Jujutsu Kaisen 0, movie 0, official trailer 2. Let's go. Roy?
I can already tell it's gonna be sad.
Yuuta. I feel like these subs are bad.
Nice.
Damn. It looks really cool. I want to watch it again with better subtitles, because I feel like those subtitles were pretty bad.
I don't think that was that great. But from first impression, I feel like this is gonna be a good movie. Like, I feel like they were able to get like a lot of different emotions, like of like what was going on, like a lot, like there's like a full story here. It's not just like, oh, this is an arc of something else that we decided to make into a movie because movies are popular right now. It's like, it seems like this is like its own full thing. And I'm really pleased about that, and I'm excited to like get to spend time with different characters, and it looks cool.
Yuuta doesn't seem like what I imagined him to be based on how everybody talks about him in the show. He seems a lot more main characterish, which makes sense because Yuji is the main character now. Like, all of the stuff we know in Jujutsu Kaisen wasn't like there. Like, it was it was a reboot kind of thing, if I understand correctly. So like, it makes sense that I guess Yuuta is more of like a classical main character type guy, maybe a little bit more passive or something. At least that's the vibe I get. He seems like he's more like scared.
Yeah,
you know?
he's
like the way he's talked about by everyone. He seems like a total like unadulterated badass who like maybe has a tragic backstory or something, but is like super capable and dependable. That's how everybody talks about him. But to see him like really struggling is gonna be really cool, and will be a really cool introduction to the character, given like what we've already been told about him so far. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see just sort of the state of things before, like that's always interesting about a prequel as well. Like, you get sort of the world that you were in, but before like the main guy, like we have like our main trio, but now we're gonna see how like, because there was a full functioning world with like totally different people existing there beforehand.
And it's cool when we saw that shot of Geto like demonstrating his ability at school or whatever, we see this Big Bird. And we see all these people that I don't recognize. There's a guy with hearts on his nipples. That's kind of weird. But, like, that's an interesting aspect, too, because as we know in this world, like, the mortality rate of Jujutsu sorcerers is ungodly high. Like, people constantly die way before they're supposed to. It's like, in every encounter, there's a high chance of people dying. And so it's cool to see, again, this, like, it's being treated kind of like a prequel because the movie came out after the show, whereas in the manga form, obviously, people would read the Zero, or maybe, I don't know, I guess people have different ways of experiencing it, but like, it's just an interesting, the release order is really interesting here because this came out before the manga, so this was influencing the manga that was turned into the anime that we saw first, and now the reception of the anime, from what I'm seeing just based on the trailer, is sort of influencing maybe the presentation of things in this movie that is based on things that came out before the manga. Like, it's a causality loop. We're getting into some time travel shit. I like he uses a sword. That's pretty cool. Again, classical, like, main character
like, this
thing.
Ring here that I don't know if that has to do with the curse, but they were like looking at that when he's talking about a curse, but also the subtitles are weird, so.
The subtitles are really weird, but it's cool. Gojo has his eyes wrapped up. I wonder if there was like a surgery to help with his like crazy powers or something.
Or if that was just like before he like got his custom little thing.
I don't know. It'll be interesting though.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It looks really awesome. I want to rewatch it one more time with better subtitles here. Oh. This
I wish
was
we watched
entirely left out of the previous subs. So in her death, there was like some sort of cursed spirit, possibly caused by Geto. It's a promise ring.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's like, if that cursed spirit following him, is that like a summon that he has? Like the, what the fuck are they called? There was Shikigami? Or is that only
That might I think that might be like...
What the fuck is his name? Megumi.
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
Is he like summoning that with his cursed energy to like fight a cursed spirit?
Or so, is like, that like her like ghost almost after she like died in some way?
It seems like it. It seems like that. Like this, I think this ties into Geto being like this is his like school shooting basically, where he like used his powers to. See, this is like, oh no, that's a school. I thought this looked like a hospital, but no, because she's in like a hospital type thing. So she, I guess, she's probably at Jujutsu Tech as well, or is involved with all this cursed stuff, or maybe, possibly, or if she's not, she was like in her death with some maybe cursed energy stuff from Geto or some other outside influence or something was turned into, or her spirit was turned into a cursed spirit in some fashion. I don't know. And actually, I'll say this. It's confusing to me, and I love it, because that's what is so interesting to me about Jujutsu's power system and all of the you know, the curse energy and stuff like that is so cool, because it doesn't follow the strict like shonen format of like chakra or ki or whatever. It's like it has this supernatural bend to it that really gives way to like some interesting play in how things sort of work out. So like it's not just a simple you know, my special power is this or that. It's like fueled by a very specific thing, fueled by emotions, which as I talked about in the show, gives rise to some really cool emotional tie-ins. Like the emotional pulse of a conflict or an argument or a battle or something is directly tied into like the power level of the people, because the emotions influence their power. There's just I love that, because there's just so much play with that. There's something that I really love about the series, is the power system.
Yeah, I'm excited. This trailer
does
what I like about it is that we still have characters that we already know and like in the prequel, but they're not the main ones. So it gives like it sort of grounds it still within the reality that we know, but they can take like a totally different storyline and new characters. And I'm really excited for this. I was already excited for it because I like Jujutsu. And this made me even more excited because the actual things that are going on seem really interesting regardless of their relation to what we already know about, you know?
Wait, we saw this flash with Panda? Is that... Oh no. Anyway, yeah, it's really cool. The relationship seems really awesome. I'm glad we watched this other version of the trailer, the better subs.
The other one didn't give like any of the actual stuff that was going on.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm really excited. Try not to spoil it for us, you guys, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you leave a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for this and many other things to come on the channel. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.